My name is Chris. I'm a supervisor of vegetation management here at OG&E. OG&E clears the vegetation from the power lines to provide safe, reliable electricity. And we want to minimize any potential impacts that may be caused by vegetation. OG&E is on a maintenance cycle, and so we come through every 4 years to prune or remove trees away from the power lines. We do have special projects that may be between those 4 years, but generally the maintenance cycle is every 4 years. We send planners out, and they go and they make contact with the customer, and they'll discuss with the customer what's going to happen and why we're doing it. If the customer's not there, then they will leave a door card that has their contact information so that that customer can reach back out to them if they have any questions or concerns about the work being planned. OG&E vegetation trims 14 feet from the power lines or the overhead lines, and so those are the lines at the very top of the pole. That's going to include anything underneath the wires and anything above the wires. And the reason is to provide safe and reliable electricity, and so we want to minimize any potential impacts that vegetation may cause with the wires. We are responsible for the cleanup as far as chipping all the brush and the larger wood. We do leave firewood-sized wood in the easement or at the back of the property stacked neatly. No additional costs or specific costs passed on to the customer as we come through and perform our cycle maintenance work. One of the tools that OG&E vegetation uses is herbicides. One of the ways you'll see it when we remove trees, we do apply or treat the base that's left just on the outside edges of that, and that's really to prevent any kind of resprouting or growth that cause more issues in the future. Right tree, right place is really focusing on minimizing any kind of conflicts that trees may cause with the wires, and so that's why the size limit is 25 to 30 feet. Customers can absolutely prune their own trees, or they can have their own arborist prune them if they prefer. However, the work's performed, it must be a minimum of 10 feet away from the power lines. Any work within the 10 feet of those power lines must be performed by a certified line clearance arborist that is employed to work on OG&E's system or around our equipment. We prune trees that are along the roadway and the back lots, but we do not prune wires that come from our line to the house. That is the responsibility of the customer. We're required to maintain our equipment, and part of that is the maintenance operations to prune and remove trees and the vegetation to minimize any issues or conflicts that we may have. So while we may be able to work with the customer to a certain extent, we are required to perform that work. Our focus is on storm restoration, and that's our primary goal, restoring power. Our tree crews are going to be out there performing the work, and they will haul the brush or the debris to the front, to the curb, but after that, it's the customer's responsibility to remove it. A couple of utility-friendly trees that OG&E recommends are redbud, serviceberry, crabapple, and shantung maple. These trees reach a height at maturity around 25 feet and are great selections. We have a more comprehensive list of species on our OG&E vegetation management website. We also provide additional information and frequently asked questions about the work we perform. There are some great resources where you can find more information.